Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello farmers, welcome back to the Pacific Northwest. As you can see, I'm finishing up picking up the grass in the big field. It probably took me like 2 hours. I've done some other things after I stopped doing these last 2 rows. Just so I could show you, like I said we would, pick up the last pieces of grass. Probably not going to be able to fit this all in, but I did some compacting of the grass that we got in the first bay. I took care of like total mixed rations, took care of the cows a little bit. Kind of need to take care of the chickens probably before we go call it a night. I'm not sure if they get enough food to last till morning. I kind of hope they do because yeah, we're getting kind of low on the grain that we can feed them. I'm gonna have to come back for this little bit of grass. Between the Big M mowing this field and the T8 traveling back and forth, it cut about 1 hour off the time as it used to with mowing with the T6 and the Lely mowers. We were mowing with a John Deere, and follow me with the T6 roaming it up, and then using the John Deere to travel back and forth, lugging the grass. So we cut about an hour off the time with everything being said and done. Don't need GPS anymore due to the last string, so we'll turn that off. So pretty much just like last time. I think last time we got close to like 965, and with this here, this load will bring us to 950, and we got that little bit left, so the field produced the same amount like it should. So mechanics are working just fine. As they normally would anyways. But also when I was picking up the grass, I was looking at the big fields down here trying to figure out, and I changed my mind like 3 different times what field I want to buy, and I think I figured out which one it was when I was on, well, I'll show you in a minute when we get done doing this here. So we got the JCB front loader. Had that on course play for a while I was bringing the grass back and forth. It's 100% compacted right now, so it's not got to do too much. Probably lose maybe like, I don't know, 7% compacting when we get this all in. We got to go back just for a little bit of grass. So this will give us up to 950,000 liters. And we probably got like 10,000 liters to pick up, or 15. But yeah, I was checking my own fields to see what stage fertilization we were on. And that's why I noticed one of the big fields was fully fertilized. I'm like, oh, well, how much is that field? So yeah, I'll show you when we get done doing the grass here, and we'll check out the field. Not only is it fully fertilized, it's also plowed. I think it was the last field I was working in down here when I finally said I gotta stop working in these fields because it'll just bring us in. Just bring it, you know, we're getting easy. I don't want to say easy money. Decent money. Yeah, that's the way I will put it. We're getting decent money from the fields. And I want to start earning the money through our own farm, which we're pretty capable of doing now. And also, in between, I also fertilized the 2 grass fields up there, so they're on the second stage of fertilization. But we need to fertilize the barley field for the last time. The wheat field is fully fertilized. So like, yeah, last time we ended up with like, I want to say 965. I'm just going off memory. So this is going to give us 954, basically. Yep, all the way back here for, you know, 3,700 liters. But that could be like $1,000 worth of grass or silage. The last time when I did the field. I also mowed just to the left of this road here, and I didn't do that this time. So that's, I don't think it would have got us to 965, but yeah. I'm leaving this a little bit on the table. So there's the Big M. They'll sit there for another 6 days until about the beginning of fall, and we'll do this process all over again. Maybe at some point I'll set this up as a course play to where the drivers can go and course play can pick up the grass. And mowing doesn't take long at all. It's picking up the grass. Picking up the grass is a pain in the so let's bring this to the BGA. We'll dump this off. I'll show you the field that I'm looking to buy and the price of it, and yeah, that could be an issue because I definitely want to buy it before it's harvested, because that would really suck. Great demand would be great for milk or wool. I don't want a great demand for silage right now because we don't really have, it's not ready. It isn't ready, obviously. So we'll turn this off here. So the field that I want to buy is this one right here. So it's fully fertilized. It doesn't need plowing. As you can see, plowing markers on, it's not there. Right now it has rye in it. So one thing I need to look at, when is rye ready for harvest? Okay, so it's about the 5th day of summer, just like wheat and barley. So I got about 4 days. We got 4 days to somehow come up with 900 grand. Now the thing is, we can now borrow up to 1.5 million. So right now I can almost basically be borrowing $285,000. So I need another 600,000. Bueller. Obviously with the silage, if the price is right, I haven't checked the prices though today. Just started the game. Wool sucks. But I mean, I could probably get like 125,000 from wool. Milk would be good, and silage, I don't want to bring it to the sell point because we would just get the price here. If this price was the same, if you bring it to the BGA, we'll get the digest date, which I can then sell at the sell point and probably get maybe like another $20,000 by selling the digest date through them. But yeah, so that's where we're at. I think I just want to remind myself again. Yeah, so our wheat field is fully fertilized. I fertilized this grass field and these grass fields here. So the John Deere's up here ready to go. But first things first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get back to compacting this, which shouldn't take me too long. And then probably sleep through the night. We'll see how it goes, and I'll see you in the morning, and we'll probably get back to fertilizing, and we'll see what we'll do after that. So yeah, I'm gonna get to yeah, I almost said mowing. I'm not mowing. I'll get back to compacting this, and I'll see you shortly, or actually in the morning. You know what I mean. It's bright and early on the next morning. And if you look at our money, yeah, we lose about, we were at 500 above, and now we're, you know, yeah, we're losing like 12 grand a night. With all the upkeep and everything. The chickens made it through the night. We have no wheat, we have no barley, so they're down to corn. And this is not going to be enough to feed them for 3 days. But if you go 3 days, that should, in other words, bring them to the 5th day of summer, which our wheat and barley should be ready by then. If we run out of food, I think I can switch them over to breeding. They got some straw in there, so I won't they won't die. Maybe. I don't know. But right now they got like, I think when I just checked on them, they had like 10 grains of food. That was it. But that's not going to be enough to fill them up all the way. Let's see how many eggs we're up to. So the food is good, whatever, well, 1,500, yeah. 1,550. That's what we're up to. Yeah, so straw breeding only. I think if you just put it there, they won't. I don't know if they need food and water. I don't know. I would think they do. It just said they don't lay eggs. They'll just breed, but they still need food and water. So, yeah, hopefully they can make it to the 5th day without having some die. If they die, well, they're not that expensive. I guess I could sell some, which would, you know, reduce how much food they need. But we're going to roll with it. We've been taking too many chances on this farm to stop taking chances now, right? So I did wash the T8 when I was down at the Moo Cows. We're going to park that there. Right now we're going to go to the John Deere. I'm going to fire up this bad boy. GPS, because I cannot see a darn thing where I am right now. Course set. Let's offset it this way. Right there is good, so I wasn't too far off when I parked there. And this doesn't take too long to fertilize. I think it's 4 passes. I can't remember. Oh no, I'm thinking of the grass field, so this might be just 3 passes. Well, we'll see in a second, won't we? Actually, my offset is a little off. Good enough, though. It's good enough. So I do have some plans on how to get... I can actually speed up time now that I fed the... I kept it at 1 because I didn't want any chicken. I don't think they can die right off. I guess I could have went a little bit longer, and well, doesn't matter. I'm getting too technical on that. So this, they're fed. They're good. So like I said, we need about, you know, I can borrow pretty close to 300 grand from the bank again. I talked to Bill at the bank. He was like, what? You want to borrow more money again? I said, it's for a big field. Means more money. He's like, Peanut, this has got to stop. I said, no, it doesn't. Give me the money. So yeah, so basically, you know, I said we can get maybe, you know, $250,000 from the bank. Somewhere around there. So I got to come up with some money, basically, like $750, which I think we can. I just need to do it before harvest time. There are some ways we can do it. The silage that's fermenting, you know, that'll be a good chunk of it right there, as long as the price is good. That's the big thing. So it looks like it is 4 passes. Alright. It was 4 passes no matter what I did. But one thing we're going to do after this is we're going to hop on down to our Volvo truck. We're going to grab the tanker and head to the bioprocessing plant. We have enough fuel. I think it's time to sell some. Besides, the gas station did call us a couple days ago and said they need some fuel because the residents need fuel for their cars. And I said, well, I got some eco-friendly fuel, some E85 fuel that we can give you. Well, it's not really E85 fuel, but you know what I'm talking about. Some biofuel. We'll just call it biofuel, I guess. That's what it really is. For this field, this should be the 3rd stage of fertilization on this field. I'm not going to worry about that little strip over there. So I guess if I lined up right the first time, it would have been just perfect. But, you know, this is me we're talking about here. So the only field we got left to do is soybean. I had to think about what I planted over there. I'm like, what did I plant over there again? And also I'm thinking about, hopefully everything goes to plan when we buy that big field down there, I may try to use a train. Since the train has come along in Farming Simulator, I think I toyed with it like the first week FS17 came out. And that was pretty much, I was done with it then. Nothing wrong with it, it just didn't really seem to fit my needs on the farms I was playing on. But here we might be able to make it work. Let's go ahead and bring the John Deere back to the farm. We'll drop off the... Well, actually, this needs to go down and fertilize the big grass field now. That's what that needs to do. Let me get up to the intersection here. Let me just make sure. Yes, and the sheep need water. But that's going to be taken care of with a truck. Fully fertilized, fully fertilized. Yes. So we're pretty much all set up here. Not upset. We're set up here. Bring this lovely machine right on down. We'll park at the big grass field. I'm not going to fertilize it just now. I want to see. We're going to grab the Volvo, like I said, and grab the tanker. We're going to head to the bioprocessing plant. I'm going to grab some fuel and bring it to the gas station and see what we get through there. I don't know how much money on this map it'll turn out to be when you sell fuel. But we shall find out. From my understanding, it goes, I think it goes by the canola price. I think. I forgot how that fuel price selling goes, but we shall see here shortly. Yeah, so hopefully, like I said, not this day, but maybe tomorrow at some point we get a great demand for silage. Anytime now would be great for a great demand for milk and or wool. Sheep are still producing wool because it's summer. I probably need to top this off. I don't think that's going to be enough fertilizer for the big field. It might be, it'll be close, but no, let's top it off. Looks like I need to bring some artificial fertilizer here, which we got plenty of. Had to bring the Volvo down with that truck. Just have to be careful. Soybeans. I got soybeans, right? I mean, the price is, you know, it's a great demand, but really it's not. I remember to get that map off there, but where is that? That's up here, isn't it? You know, it'd be pretty close to 40 some odd grand that we'd get for that 31,000 liters. Just, you know, I was trying to keep some for the pig food. How much? 25,000, 10, 30, 55. When I got these fields here, it counts 20% of their food. Alright. Just trying to figure this all out. I think the big field is more important than... I don't want to say the pigs, because we don't have pigs. And getting the big field, you know, more fields mean more income. It said 6 hours, so I got until about noonish. Oh, I got some power food still in here. Hopefully we can empty that out. We can. I'm going to leave this parked here right for now. Oops, I'm going to sneak through here. Alright, let's head over to the processing plant. Pick up the fuel that we have. We have enough in storage for now. I don't have the tanks maxed out, but we got more than what we need. And what we need now is cash. Not bad on fuel. We're almost going to get a full tank out of it. Not quite, but almost. So how much... Where are we at the animals? So we got to go here. Canola. So... maybe 60 grand? I don't know how the fuel price is based on, but I don't know, my last map it seemed to be whatever the price of canola was. Oh, wait a minute. Where... I gotta go to the map. Fuel cell is here. Okay. On the other side of the shop. I hardly ever have to go to the gas station, obviously, since we have our own fuel tanks. I forgot where I put the intake to sell the gas company their fuel. So let's go sell them their biofuel, because this is a clean town. I might be surprised at the price. I hope it's not ridiculous, but if you think about it, fuel is expensive. I'm going to cut right across this parking lot and not try to hit any people that I can actually drive through. I kind of forgot where I put the trigger. Oh, I see it. I think I see it. Yeah. So the trigger is right here. So let's see what we get for. I hope it's, you know, I think it's going to be 1,000 per. Whatever the best canola price is, I think that's what it bases it on. But it might, I think it's going to be better than that. So let's see, so 30. So 40. So might be selling for like 1,200 per 1,000. Which is usually what canola goes for. But at least it's not like the liquid fertilizer where, you know, liquid fertilizer may be that expensive, but I'm selling it for 1,000 more than I can buy it for. So it's almost like I can go buy, if I just went back and forth to the store and just bought like liquid fertilizer and then filled up the tank and sold it, I'd make $1,000 per 1,000 liters. Alright, so we're gonna make like 100 grand. I mean, I think I'm okay with that. Fuel is expensive. Bill at the bank would be happy. I'm going to pay off some of our loan just to keep the interest rate down a little bit. Not the interest rate, but our payment down. Alright, so we're going to rinse out the trailer now. Because now we got to fill up with water and go bring it up and park it up by the sheep. Actually, I'll take care of the sheep later. I'll do that off cam. I think what we're going to do now as well is I'm going to hook up to the trailer, head back to the bioprocessing plant. I want to pick up some fertilizer. Not too much of it though, because that's only going to hold 25,000. So I'll grab like 20 grand, bring it back. Wait, how much? Going to change my plans again. How much? The Joskin trailer can haul that, so I don't have to bring that trailer up. But I'm going to head to the bioprocessing plant. I'm going to come back, fill that up. Then I'll fill the tanker. And I think I'll meet you up by the sheep. Or at least on the upper part of the farm. So I'll see you in a second. Autosave, man, almost made me crash. Thank you. Just making sure we rinse out all the fuel out of the tanker before we, you know. Gotta clean the tanker before you put water in and feed your animals with it, right? That's why eventually we'll have 2 tankers. I'll probably get them mixed up because once they're empty, the label's off them. Maybe I'll redesign it differently so I can tell the difference. Alright, she's clean. I'll fill up with water and I'll see you up top. Alright, let's give the sheep some water. Since they're at 5%. I get in here no problem with this truck and tanker. Leaving here, I always get stuck once going out. I can't help it. Can't help it. So you can see how we're doing on pallets. We got 10 full pallets, working on our 11th. And I got stuck. Without taking down my neighbor's mailbox on the first time out, I always get stuck, have to back up, get the right angle. Come on, chickens, don't be, where is it? Chickens take lots of water, man. I know I got about 250 chickens, but they certainly take a lot of water. Yeah, going on a field full of, you know, seeds on it. Not a good plan. Alright, sir, you can stay there. Up to 1,600 eggs now. Yeah, so they take 12,825 liters of water for 3 days. That's a lot of water. I do have a mod that I could put in that would put a water spout up here, so I have to go down to the river and get it, but I'm not at that point yet, so I don't mind going down, getting water and all that fun stuff just yet. Alright, wonderful T8. It is soybeans, right? Where am I going? Yes, soybeans. Didn't that price go up? Anyways, yeah, let's fill up with some soybeans. And I'm probably going the wrong way. Soybeans, there we go. So about 45 grand we'll get for this. Little by little, we're getting there to buy that big field. Yeah, the T8 has no issues pulling a full trailer on the Joskin. The John Deere doesn't really have issues either. Just it's slow to get going and just doesn't have the initial oomph to get going. Jump in the cab for this ride because it's hard to see with so many trees on the side of the road. I want to just make sure my gates are closed too. That gate was closed. This gate should be closed. Trying to get in the habit of keeping my gates closed. This is the longest I played on a map that has those gates. I played on before, but not long enough where it's like, oh yeah, you know, make sure the gates are closed or open all the time. Okay, so I've been to the Supreme Dairy to drop off milk. Where do I go to drop off the grain? That says milk delivery. I know I've seen it. Oh, is it out back? That might be it. I should save the game in case I'm not at the right spot, because that would be a disaster. No, there's no rain in the forecast, but it looks kind of rainy. Let's save the game. Always a good plan. But yes, with the big field, I would like to try to transport the grain from the big field to the silo. Like I said, the train is not something I really ever use. So like I said, with this and the price, it should be probably 44 grand. Hey, look at that. So once again, let's repay that as much as we can. So yeah, so now I can borrow 420 grand. So we're just about halfway to have money for the big field. Now I think about it, what's the milk prices going for? Not the best. The only reason why I'm saying is, yeah, we got quite a bit of milk here. Let me bring this all back. We'll hop in the John Deere down below. And we're going to start fertilizing that field, and we're going to call it an episode. So I'll see you shortly. Ah, this is the farming life. This is where you hop in your tractor, set the GPS, turn on your equipment, let the computer do the work, lean back, and listen to the ball game. So, yeah, so we need pretty close to 900 grand to buy that big field, and that's the plan. I did a little looking into it, like I said before I started recording. And I said I would like to use a train to unload a grain from that field and bring it to the silo, which is right next to the total mixed rations and the pig food and whatnot. So I may have to get like I know of the ramp mods that are out there, so I may have to put a ramp up somewhere. I'll have to look again to see if there is a ramp over there from the field up to the train. Yeah, there's a few ways to do it. I just got to figure out the best way because money will be tight, obviously. I mean, yeah, I'm trying to buy almost $1 million field when I owe over $1 million to the bank already. And after we buy that field, I'm pretty much not going to start borrowing any more money. It's time to pay off the loan and having the battle with this loan issue. It's kind of fun, but you know, at some point, you know, you just gotta pay it off. And really, with what we're doing here on the farm and what we have, we should have no problem paying it off as well. Just buying the field and then turning around and selling the grain itself, we should get a couple $100 grand back pretty quick. And this grass field right here, as long as we take care of it, you know, we should get like 600 grand. Is that right? Every time we do silage? No, that's not right. Because we had 2 bays last time. So, let's see, $1 million. So yeah, we should get like, you know, pretty close to 450,000. That's what I want to say. Somewhere around there. So we do that twice a year. This field here will produce $1 million for the farm, just in the grass alone. We also got the chickens. As long as we keep them fed, you know, they, like I said, they got like what, 1,600 eggs. That's like $17,000 in eggs right there. You know, we got the wool that's sitting up there that, you know, I could probably get 150 or so from it. The milk is, you know, we got lots of milk. The problem is that if the price is good, if it's not a great demand, I'll bring a load up there. Yeah, we'll get something like, let's see, 60,000 liters on the price of that. We'll get like 50 grand. By the time I come back down and get more milk, bring it back up there, that price will have dropped quite a bit. So we kind of really need a great demand for milk so the price stays pretty even. There'll be a few trips up and down, but that's when we'll make the money on it. I'm not sure if there's a cap on the milk tank. That's something I should probably keep track of to see if the milk stops going in. I don't know if there's a cap on that. But this John Deere was the first tractor. I think this was the first piece of equipment we bought for the farm, was the John Deere. And it's serving us well. It's going to be our little guy that does all the, I don't want to say little work, but I mean like fertilizing this field with this fertilizer. That's good. Being the front loader, you know, moving wool around and moving the little Joskin water tanker around. Although that's staying down here by the cows. The big tank's got to be up top because the chickens, as we saw, that little Joskin water tanker doesn't hold enough water just for the chickens, let alone the sheep that we'll have and the pigs. It may come to a point where I may activate when we get, you know, the money situation really situated on the farm to activate those water troughs, automated water troughs. But you still have to go to the trough to activate the water and fill it up, but you will pay for the water at that point. But yeah, I want to keep continuing fertilizing the field. I mean, yeah, of course I would. But this is what we're going to call an episode. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I appreciate you watching as always. And I'll see you next time on the Pacific Northwest. But until then, have a good one.